Part 3 of our Indian Constitution. Part 3 of our Indian Constitution deals about the fundamental rights. These fundamental rights added in our Indian Constitution, Article 12 to 35. That is Part 3 of our Indian Constitution. These fundamental rights were drawn from USA. We incorporated initially 7 fundamental rights in our Indian Constitution. Later, Article 31 we deleted from our Indian Constitution from fundamental rights according to 44th Constitutional Amendment. Later, it was added in Article 300A. Now it was treated as legal right. Brief discussion about Part 3 of our Indian Constitution. Each article deals about the specific topic. Article 12, definition of fundamental rights. Article 13, laws in consistent with or derogation of the fundamental rights. Article 14, equality before the law. All are equal before the law. Either clerk or attender, either President of India, Prime Minister of India, all are equal before the law. That treats equality before the law. That is Article 14. Article 15, prohibition of discrimination on grounds of religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth. It avoids complete discrimination among the Indian citizens. That deals about the Article 15. Article 16 of the Indian Constitution. It deals equality of opportunity in public employment. All Indian citizens are having a right to get public employment. It provides equal opportunity to get public employment. In case who are belongs to the EBC, backward classes, or scheduled castes, based on special provision which was recognized by the Indian Constitution, because of this they are getting special provision. Except this, all are having equal opportunity to get public employment. And Article 17 of the Indian Constitution, abolition of untouchability. It avoids completely untouchability among the Indian citizens. So every Indian citizen should not try to commit like this to discriminate anyone. Humans are same like this. Article 18, abolition of titles. Without prior permission of the President of India, no citizen is having right to receive awards and rewards from the foreign states. That is Article 18 of the Indian Constitution. Article 19 of the Constitution, protection of certain rights. Protection of certain rights regarding freedom of speech. It provides 7 freedoms: to form association, to right to speech and expression, to right to assemble without arms, right to work, right to reside anywhere in India, right to move anywhere in India, right to choose whatever depends like. These are freedoms which was providing by the Constitution according to Article 18, Article 19 of the Indian Constitution, and Article 20 of the Indian Constitution, protection in respects of conviction for offences. A citizen is having right to protect themselves. So according to judiciary system, each punishment, each crime, they must be punished by the judiciary system once. Single crime, there is single punishment. There is no dual punishments to citizens. That is deals about the Article 20. And Article 21, protection of life and personal liberty. Right to life and right liberty. That is important right So this right cannot be suspended by the President of India in emergency period. And Article 21A, right to education. Later it was added in our Indian Constitution, Article 21A, right to education, that is our fundamental right to provide free and compulsory education to children who are belongs to the below 6 to 14 years of age. That is mandatory and compulsory education system according to Constitution. And Article 22 of the Constitution, protection against the arrest and detention in certain cases. Protection against arrest and detention in certain cases. If anybody arrested by the police personnel, in certain cases they have individuals they have right to protect themselves through writs issued by the judiciary system, habeas corpus, mandamus, certiorari, quo warranto, prohibition, like that. These writs they can protect their rights. And Article 23 of the Indian Constitution, prohibition of traffic in human beings and forced labor. Human trafficking and forced labor. It prohibits selling of human beings, purchasing of human beings, or forceful introduction of human beings, and bonded labor, slavery system. These are against to Indian Constitution. If anybody committed to do like this, that is against exploitation. They must be punished by the judiciary according to Constitution. And Article 24 of the Indian Constitution, prohibition of employment of children in factories and mines. Prohibition of children in factories and mines. So wherever located factories in our country, they should not appoint children who are belongs to 14 years of below 14 years of age. Hazardous places like factories, mines, coal, etc., dangerous places. That is exploitation against the Constitution. That is punishable according to Constitution. And Article 25 of the Constitution, freedom of conscience and freedom of profession, practice and propagation of religion. So according to 25 article, every Indian citizen, they can confess, they can profess, they can join, they can popular whatever religion they likes according to Constitution. And Article 26 of the Indian Constitution, freedom to manage religious affairs. Indian citizens, they are having freedom to manage religious affairs. So that should be within the limitations of the Constitution. And Article 27 of the Indian Constitution, freedom as to attendance at religious institution of religious worship in the educational institutions. Article 27 speaks that every Indian citizen, they can maintain religious institutions in our country. So that should be within the limitations of the Constitution. And Article 27 speaks that freedom as to payment of taxes for promotion of any taxes. It speaks that abolition of taxes on the basis of religion. So no imposition of taxes on citizens based on grounds of religion. That is strictly prohibited in our country. Article 28 of the Constitution. Article 28 of the Constitution speaks that freedom as to attendance of religious institutions or religious worship in certain educational institutions. Like that, all Indian citizens, they are right to join in educational institutions. No education institutions to avoid, to neglect, to join, give permission to enroll their names, they admit their children on the grounds of religion. That is according to Constitution. Article 29 of the Constitution, protection of interests of minorities. according to this right, that is right to protect of minorities rights. Minorities, they are having right to protect their culture and tradition. That is according to constitution. And article 30 of the constitution, right of minorities to establish and administer certain education institutions. So according to constitution, they can maintain their education institutions within the limitations of the constitution. Education institutions they can maintain. That is uh, according to constitution. Article 31 of the constitution, compulsory acquisition of property. Article 31, initially it was deleted according to 44th constitutional amendment. Later it was added in article 300A. Now it was treated as legal right. Article 31A, saving of laws providing for acquisition of estates. etc. Article 31B, validation of certain acts and rights. Article 31C, saving of giving effect to certain directive principles. Article 31D, saving of laws in respect of anti-national activities. Who are trying to commit anti-national activities, that is against to Indian Constitution. Whoever committed to do like this, they must be punished according to judiciary system. Anti-national activities. Article 32 of the Constitution, remedies for enforcement of right to conferred by this part. Remedies. Supreme Court can issue writs to protect our fundamental rights through in the form of habeas corpus, mandamus, certiorari, quo warranto, and prohibition. These are writs issued by the judicial system. And Article 32A, constitutional validity of state laws not to be considered in proceedings under Article 32. It declares constitutional validity of the law according to judiciary system or constitution. So Article 33, power of Parliament to modify the rights of conferred by this part in their application to forces etc. Our Indian Parliament can amend our fundamental rights through this article. In some of the Supreme Court cases, so the fundamental rights are the most basic feature of our Indian Constitution. These cannot be amended easily. That was according to Constitution. Article 34 of our Indian Constitution, a restriction on rights conferred by this part while martial law is in force in any area. And Article 35 of our Indian Constitution, legislation to give effect to the provisions of this part. These are fundamental rights. So part 3 of our Indian Constitution,